This is a really important day because of the insights you get from players and conversations in these exit interviews, and it's a lot of insightful information. And I feel like we've had a lot of time to reflect, and it's about reflection, and it's about accountability, and it's about ownership. And when I think back to any championship team I've been a part of, whether it's high school, college, or professional ball, the storyline, how the team is defined, is most often how they've overcome adversity. And that's the storyline, because every team has adversity. And so sitting here as a general manager, and for the last 2 years, having our team defined by not being able to overcome the adversity, that's a tough thing. And that's directly on me, and I take ownership of that. And so moving forward, it's about learning from some of the decisions that didn't work out, not repeating those decisions, putting the absolute best plan in place that you can. But there are a lot of good players on this team, and it's really not as far away as it looks right now. And I think we are in position to succeed moving forward. And it's going to take reflection, and it's going to take, obviously, not repeating mistakes to reach our goals. But they are within reach. Hindsight's always 20/20, so it's easy to go back and say woulda, coulda, shoulda. But what in our process was wrong, because you try to take all the information you have at hand and make the best of it, the best decision you can make with that information. So what specifically didn't work with that process, and making sure that we don't make the same mistake twice. Obviously, Aaron's going to be back, which is going to be positive. It's going to be huge. You've had a good conversation with Zach, and I can assure you when it comes to Zach that I'm not going to go into the specifics of our conversation, but we're going to do what's right for the team, and so had a good conversation with Zach. So we're going to get together after these player exit interviews and get with the staff and put our game plan together for the off season. If the phone answers, I'm going to pick it up, but I don't have a crystal ball into what exactly is going to happen here in the future. I would piggyback with Robert said. I don't think Allen's story is over by a long shot. I feel like he's a top tier competitor, and Allen has a lot of pride, and I would expect him to come back, raring to go for OTAs and the off season. But again, we want to have as many playmakers as we can on the team, and take as much pressure off of Garrett, Bryce, Aaron. So we want to add as many high caliber players as we can. Yeah, Bryce is a great player development success story. I know I've talked about it before, and I mean, for an undrafted free agent to come in and finish his contract year, 10 sacks. That's a special thing, and he's well deserving of all his success. And so now we get to this is part of the business, right? And Bryce isn't the only free agent we want back, but this is part of the business, is just getting in our group, talking about the game plan moving forward for the off season and the best way to proceed. But whether it's Bryce or Ashton or Mackay or any of those free agents, it's important. It's important to have that discussion and determine what the best role for them, and how aggressive we want to pursue those guys. But yeah, there's always a sense of urgency, and I mean, there's a sense of urgency to win. Not just fix problems, but win. And I haven't heard or read what Garrett said, but I had a really good conversation with Garrett, and look, I mean, we're all frustrated, and no one's happy about the way that the last 2 years have finished. And so we all know we need to win and do a better job. And so, when I hear things like that, it just makes me say I've got to do more to help this offense, that wide out room, that O-line. I need to do more.